Hi guys, welcome. I'm Jenna, and I couldn't take it anymore. I had to try to dupe this palette. I kind of stopped me in the beginning because it's that first shade. I was like, I don't think I have that first shade. So I went through, I got my entire eyeshadow collection. I took it to my dining room table and I went through so many shimmers, and I surprisingly did find one that I don't feel like it's exact, but I do feel like it's very close. And you might be surprised on which palette I found it in. I will say this is one of the hardest palettes I've ever had to do. Some of the shimmers, I don't feel like I got exact, but I did get as close as I could. So in the video, I am going to go through the singles, let you know where I picked them out from. I'm going to be doing swatches as I go through them, and then also I will put up some more swatches in different lights. And then we're going to do, I think I'm going to be able to possibly do 3 looks in this video. So I'm hoping I have enough time to do that. And for those of you who picked up this palette, please, there's us out here. We're just so curious. How are you liking it? Do you think it's worth the full price? Would you recommend waiting for a sale? What are your guys' thoughts? We're curious. All right, I think I covered everything, so let's get into it. All right, so this, as I go through, I'm gonna let you guys know which shades I got close to, but I know I did not get exact. And this is the first one. It's E.B.E. 1. And I actually found this. It's from Ensley Rain's Light in Your Eyes palette. Shocked me. I was going through there. I never even would have thought of possibly finding a shade close to this, but it is, and it is Head in the Sky. I also forgot to mention that I went with the swatches from, I believe her name is Andy Garcia. It's the swatches I put up in the FOMO wish list, but I'll link her video down below if you guys want to check it out. I know hers look like they're like really bright lights, but that's what I went with because I could really see the shifts in the shadows. So that's what I went with. This one is it's like a purpley blue base. I would say a purple gray, like a purple gray base. And then it has this gorgeous bright fluorescent yellowish green that runs through it. So I have this one has yellow. It does not have the fluorescent part to it. I don't believe it does. If you guys have this shadow from the Light in Your Eyes and you have the Adept E.B.E. one, do me a favor and swatch it. Let me know what might look a little bit different, or do they look the same? I'm very curious. But this shadow is so gorgeous. The next one is for J Rod. This is from Ensley Rain. It's actually from the Light in Your Eyes also, and it's Endless Light. All right, this is going to be for E.B.E. 2, and it's Ensley Rain Underland, and it's Behead. The next one is for Trans Medium, and this is Sydney Grace, My Savior, the light version. I actually just used this, I don't know, doing so many dupes lately, I can't remember which one it was in. Which one did I use it in? Oh, I know, it was the Smolder from Cosmic Beauty. All right, and this is E.B.O.'s. And I picked Ensley Rain's Underland palette, and it's Surreal. Yes, it is such a fall shade. Oh, so beautiful. All right, the next one is for Roswell Grays, and this is Sydney Grace Storybook Ending. Look how, oh, those would be so beautiful together. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Pisonics, I'm guessing. Total guess. Anyways, it's a single shadow from Ensley Rain. It's Fairy Whispers. All right, the next one is Dementor UAP. And this is from Ensley Rain's Underland palette, and it's Cheshire's Curse. Okay, guys, another one. Zeta Reticuli. And this is actually from Adept's Sumerian Sunset, and it's Praxis. And this was another one I had trouble duping. This is the shade. It is like a very bright magenta and it shifts to orange. This one has like a tiny bit, you can kind of see like right in here, it has like a little tiny bit of orange and then it shifts to green. This one was mainly, the shift that I saw was mainly the bright magenta with orange with a little bit of a lighter green. So this one was another one that was very difficult to dupe. This is for Baghdad Phantom. And this was from Ensley Rain's Nutty by Nature and its Secret Stash. All right, this is the last row. This is for Skinny Bob. And I picked Ensley Rain's Harvest Moon and its Hunter's Moon. All right, this is for Orion Reptilian. And it's from Adept's Heather Austin palette and its Mythology. This one is for Inner Divinity. And it's from Ensley Rain's Flower Moon and its Sapling. This one is for Green Men, and it's from Adept's Sumerian Sunset, and it's from Tanagra. Luckily, I'll put the names up on the screen for you. And the last one is for Remote Viewing, and it's from Ensley Rain's Cosmic Dreamer, and it's Lucidity. Look at that, guys. That's so gorgeous. All right, you guys, I'm going to put up more swatches in different light. If you have the palette, please let me know which ones would be a little bit more different. I am assuming the magenta and this one's a little bit more different, but let me know. Let me know in the comments, please. All right, we're going to go on to the next swatches, and then we're going to go into the first eye look. I got the Cindy Grace E.O.3, and I'm going to go into Trans Medium and Roswell Grays. Right now I'm going to go with the Cindy Grace E.O.5 into Green Men. All right, for shimmer today, I'm going to go into Baghdad Phantom. I know it's looking pink on the screen, but when I'm looking at it, it's like a green. It's so pretty. I've been forgetting lately to thin these out. All right, and then I'm going to tap into the shimmer right next to it. And a little bit again with the Baghdad, just to blend it in just a little bit better. All right, for the inner corner, I'm going to go into, this is J-Rod. All right, for blush, I'm trying to decide between Cure Royale or Hanky Panky from RMS. Kind of want to, I think I'm going to go more towards this shade. I don't think I want it too bold because the eye look is more bold. So I think we're going to start with this one. All right, now I'm going to go in with Dazed from Cosmic Beauty. Alright guys, I'm gonna go finish this look up and I'll be right back. This is the final look. All right, I will say I love the way these two just kind of like just transition into each other, that shift. It's just so beautiful. But before we go, let me tell you what I finished off with. For the lower lash line, I went with Baby Pink from Moya Cosmetics. Went with BFF and BFF2 from ColourPop for lip liner. Went with Echo from an Earthly. And topped it with Pollen, also from an Earthly. All right, guys, let's get into the next look. All right, I don't know if my shimmers are exactly like they are in the palette, but what I can say is I am super excited to come in and use these shimmers. They are so spectacular. When I was watching them, there's a lot of good ones in here. So I'm super excited to see what we come up with. All right, I'm going to go into Sydney Grace EO3 and we're going to go into Trans Medium. Now I'm going to go with the Sydney Grace EO5. It's a slanted, and we're going to go into Roswell Grays. And I'm just taking the tip of the brush. That's the only part touching my eye, and just slowly bringing that into the crease a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use a Dose of Colors brush and tap into this deep purple. I'm going to go do the lower lash line. Now for the fun part. There are so many shimmers that I want to dip into, but I think I'm going to start in with this one, which is E.B.E.'s. I'm just going to tap this on front part. And then I want to tap into, I think we're going to go into this one. Oh yeah, I like the way those two combine together. All right, I've been trying to decide what to go in for the inner corner. I think I'm going to try this one. I'm hoping it's not too deep. So I'm just going to go with a pencil brush, and this is Skinny Bob. And then I want to try bringing it up just kind of in between. Let's see, yeah, just bringing it a little bit more. Bringing it up to this front part where the transition shade was at. And then I just want to tap a little bit more just to blend the two together. Wow, I love those. These two shades, I love those together. All right, I'm going to come back in with the rougher, and I'm going to go into Skinny Bob, and I'm going to put that just down here, like in the front of the lower lash line. I'm going to spray it. You know, I just feel like this is one of those that just picks up so much better on the finger. Let's just go to town, because there we go. Only thing with the finger is sometimes it comes down a little too low. Oh, that is such a cool color. Yeah, it is kind of deep though. You know what? We're going to throw something else over the top. All right, I'm going to go in with, what is this one? J-Rod. See if it lightens it up just a little bit. And then coming back in with E.B.E just to blend that in a little bit more. Okay, much better. All right, for blush, I'm going to go in with Crystal Slipper from RMS. And for a cream blush / highlighter, I'm going to go in with Beautiful Morning from Sydney Grace. All right, guys, I'm going to go finish this look up, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the finished look. I love the way it turned out. I think the only thing different is I would have done something different in the inner corner. I feel like it's a little too deep, but And at the same time, I kind of feel like it goes together. But I love it. It's like warm and cool and oh, just so fall. It's just so fall. And I know it's not fall yet, but I love this. Let me tell you what I finished off with. For the outer corner, I went in with Plum from Persona. And then for the rest of the lower lash line, I went in with Orange from Moya Cosmetics. And then I topped the orange part with Electra from Moya Cosmetics. For a lip liner, I went in with Khaki from Earthly. Blended it out with Cool BFF from ColourPop. And then I got an interesting combination for the lips. I started out with Gnarly from Unearthly. In the center, I went in with Morning from Unearthly and then just kind of tapped it out to the sides a little bit. And then I topped that with Spaz from Unearthly. All right, guys, I'm excited to see the next look. So let's get to it. All right, I'm going to go the Cindy Grace EO3 into Orion Reptilian. Have you guys seen all of the new releases starting to come out? I think everybody's coming out with like their fall seasonal releases. Just in the past couple of days, I've seen so many catching my eye. I'm actually thinking about doing another FOMO wish list, but like a eyeshadow palette edition. I think that would be fun, just talking about all the palettes coming out and seeing which ones we're interested in. Right now I have a Dose of Colors brush and I'm going into Dementor UAP. All right, now I'm going to go into remote viewing and I'm not exactly sure how far I want to take it in. So I'm just going to kind of start it out here and then bring it in. Oh, wow. Yeah, probably like 2/3 of the way. Oh my goodness. And then for the inner corner and up in here, I kind of want to go in with E.B.E. Let me see what purple in the beginning or you know, I'm gonna go in both. I'm gonna use this one for like the inner part, and then I'm gonna go in with this one for the inner corner. I just want to use this one because I just want to kind of see how it's looking and what it looks like in a look. Yeah, it looks almost exactly like the one I just used, but I don't think it has the green in it. Whoa. All right, and then we go in with Inner Divinity for the inner corner. I'm starting to notice again, my eye right here is not holding on to shadow. And I'm trying to remember if it's been like that the whole time. I don't remember it doing that. So I'm going to have to keep my eye on that. All right, I'm going to do the lower lash line. All right, I'm going to go into the Bare Cheeks palette from Blend Bunny. And I'm going to tap into In the Buff first. I'm going to go into a really big fluffy brush and go into Just a Touch. Now I'm going to go into Sunkissed from Nude Sticks. I'm going to go finish this up and I'll be right back. All right, guys, this is the final look. I know this look isn't for everybody, but I am obsessed. Obsessed. I love it so much. I love that dark, rich outer corner and then that bright, like chartreuse shimmer on it. I love it. It's kind of what I was hoping the other looks would be like. I think maybe the other shimmers were just more mid-toned than I thought they would be. Maybe I thought they would be like more light and bright, but I love this one. This is probably my favorite out of the three. All right, let me tell you what I finished off with before I forget. Of course, I went in with Plum from Persona for the outer corner. The rest of the lower lash line, I went in with Olive from Melt. Then I went over the olive part with Nova from Moya Cosmetics. Went in with Khaki from an Earthly for lip liner. And then blended it out with Cool BFF from ColourPop. Then I went in with Echo from an Earthly. Right in the center, I went in with Morning from an Earthly. And then topped it with Twilight Whispers, also from an Earthly. All right, guys, I really enjoyed playing around with this palette. I think I would like it so much more bringing in different color mattes because some of these shimmers in here, they're just so spectacular. And I just feel like if I had some other mattes to play with, I would like them even more. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll just come in and add some more mattes or change the mattes around a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. But I do still want to pick this palette up because I feel like there's shimmers in there that I don't have. I really love this look and I think it's definitely going to be on my list. I do plan on doing the FOMO wish list eyeshadow palette edition hopefully next week, and we'll see where exactly this falls on the list now because there's a lot of palettes out there, guys, that are catching my eye. So I am looking forward to filming that next week. I want to ask you guys again, if you got this palette, let us know how you're liking it. Did it get close on swatches? Let me know your thoughts on the palette. And I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope to see you in the next video. So like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.